Sometimes the trickiest part about a list is making changes to it after it's been created. For example, in the old days, if you wanted to remove one item in the list, you often had to deal with blank lines and missing bullets or numbers afterwards. If it was a numbered list, you had some renumbering to do as well. Well, it's gotten much easier in recent years, so let's edit our list. We'll need to open up a document. We can use the one in front of you, but if you're jumping to this lesson, we'll go to the Office button, click Open, navigate to the Lesson 9 folder, and we'll open up Job Posting 17. So give it a click and click Open. Okay, so here's our bulleted list. Alright, let's see what happens when we remove one of our bullets. So one of the lines, for example, in the first section where it says we require extensive travel here. So I'm going to just highlight that line by clicking on the left-hand margin next to it, and I'll hit my delete key. No problem. So the bullet, the text, and the blank line are removed automatically. So that's very easy. Now how about adding a bullet to the middle of the list? What we're going to do is click after this period here and the bullet above the one we just removed and hit the Enter key. Alright, our bullet's there. All we need to do now is type. I'm going to type some travel necessary. There we go. Too easy. Now, how about sub-bullets like we saw with multi-level lists in the previous lesson? Alright, we're going to click after this first bullet here, just after the period, after customers. We're going to hit Enter, and we'll hit the Tab key. That's what demotes us to the next level. Let's type in a little bit of text here. How about orientation? Good. Now when we hit Enter, look what happens. We're still at that same level, so we can continue typing sub-bullets. I'm going to type restaurant automation. There we go. One more Enter, and I'm going to type report. Let's fix that. On student progress. Alright, so maybe this last bullet we just typed in belongs as a first level bullet, not a second level like we have it here. So all we do is we click in front. We did this in the last lesson with our numbered list. We hold down the Shift key and hit the Tab key. There we go. So we've promoted it from the second level to the first level. So once again, hitting the Tab key will demote. And if I hit it twice, I go down to a third level. Hold down Shift and hit your Tab key, brings you up a level with each tap of the Tab key. Alright, the last piece of list editing that I want to show you deals with the space between the bullets and the text. Yeah, that too can be adjusted. So let's say we want a little more space between each bullet and then the text. For example, down here in our second list, we want to have a little more space so that these items line up better with the bulleted list up top. So the first thing we need to do is click down here and drag from the left-hand margin right to the bottom so that we select every line in this list. We want it selected ahead of time. Now we're going to go up to the ruler. And what we're going to do is actually work with these markers here. You can see as we hover over the top one, it says first line indent. Alright, if I was to drag the first line indent marker on the ruler to the left, look what happens. I'm going to just move over a couple of notches. I've increased the space between my two. But you can see that this list is way over here on the left and it doesn't really line up well with the bulleted list above. So to move everything to the right, I just come down here and hover over this marker. You can see it's the left indent marker. And when I click and drag that to the right, you can see everything is going to move. And I'm just going to move it so that it lines up a little bit better with the list up above. So I think you've got the idea. You can create lists very quickly and easily if you want to accept the defaults, but it's also nice to know you have full control over the look and feel of your bulleted or numbered lists.